Hey everybody, it's Ken Perry with the Knowledge Coop, and with me is Nathan Nottingham.
Yes, I am.
And we wanted to do just a bit of updating on one of the videos we recently released, and we wanted to give you a little bit more information on it because it's pretty significant, and it shocks the heck out of me.
Bro, have you heard of deepfakes? It's this digitally mapped facial render that lets you make fake video and audio for like anyone.
Which was, by the way, one of my favorite lowdowns we've ever done.
You like the sketch a lot.
The sketch was so good, the acting and the bro, and if you haven't seen it, make sure you watch that video.
It was pretty good. So watch that, but then what happened is we put it out on social, and I got some feedback like, oh, yeah, just in time for the political race. Because we're ramping up. We're 18 months away from the next election cycle, right? And in that, they did an analysis with President Obama's face and how it was generated by AI technology to make a video.
And we're worried that some people may have seen that and gone, oh no, this is political, and they didn't listen to the entire message in it, which we were using him as an example of somebody that had actually done a deep fake and created a video where he's talking and his mouth is moving and his voice is out there, and it basically recreates or it creates a unique video with a message that wasn't really his, that they just kind of subbed in and created using this concept of deep fake.
Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet.
So we don't want you to miss the lesson, which is technology has moved so fast that now you can create a video, and not you personally, but they can.
Somebody can, right.
The people with the ability can create a video of anybody talking and send that video out. And so there's ways currently where we could see if the video is a real video. But on face, it doesn't. I mean, it's really good the way that they're doing it.
And you have to remember that the normal consumer, so the audience for this video that we're doing right now, is this for mortgage professionals, real estate professionals, title professionals, those in the mortgage industry, because that's who we train in compliance tech right now, okay? Here's the deal. You can easily be copied and fraudulently addressed. I mean, we just did a case in Idaho for next year's CE where an individual was identifying themselves as a different individual who's duly licensed with a different company, found a borrower who did a loan there, told that borrower to stop paying the servicer of that company money and send them a $3,200 check instead, and they would renegotiate the loan.
So it's like a new type of identity theft, right? Somebody takes your NMLS ID number, takes your name for loan originators at least, and then uses those two things. And what we're saying is they can now use your voice as well. Sawyer blew my mind, by the way, when he showed me there's a new AI.
Well, I want to lead into that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I'm going to show you a couple of clips in this video. I want you to watch these videos. The first one is from Adobe Tech from about a year and a half ago, where they talk about how they can modify recorded voice. So if they have enough recording of your voice, they can make an entire new recording sound just like you with words you never said. So watch this clip. And the second clip you're going to see is about the Google Assistant release, when this Google Assistant can now go ahead and just schedule for you your next haircut. So watch these two clips. We'll be right back.
This piece of audio where there's Michael Key talking to Peel about his feeling after getting nominated. There's a pretty interesting joke here, so let's just hear it.
But she's a...
Oh, no, out of here.
I jumped out of the bed and I kissed my dogs and my wife in that order.
Introducing Project Vocal. Project Vocal allows you to edit speech in text. We can actually type something that's not here. So I heard that actually on that day, Michael actually kissed our Jordan. So sorry. To recover the truth, let's do it. So let's remove the word "my" here.
Your secret's out, Jordan.
And just type the word Jordan.
Ooh.
And here we go.
And I kissed Jordan and my dogs.
You a demon.
Oh yeah. I have a magic. And the last magic I'm gonna show you guys is we're not just going to do with words. We can actually type small phrases. So let's say, okay, so we remove those words and we do 3 times.
Oh.
And playback.
And I kissed Jordan 3 times.
I'm blown away. I can't believe that's possible. You just type it in and it interprets the person's voice.
Yeah, it learns how you speak, just like how Michael speak was there.
And does it just need the one little phrase as an example of his speaking voice, or does it need a lot more put in there?
Oh, actually, you need a little bit more. Usually we say 20 minutes of one speech. So it's just for you to edit like audiobooks, podcasts, really not for that stuff.
So let's go back to this example. Let's say you want to ask Google to make you a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon. What happens is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you. Let's listen.
So how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Sure, what time are you looking for around? At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now. Okay, we have a 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's her first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks. Great. Have a great day. Bye.
That was a real call you just heard. The amazing thing is the assistant can actually understand the nuances of conversation. We've been working on this technology for many years. It's called Google Duplex. It brings together all our investments over the years in natural language understanding, deep learning, text-to-speech.
So I'm reading this book right now, and of course by reading I mean audiobooking. This book called AI Superpowers. My buddy Richard Pierce Thomas told me to read this, and it is absolutely blowing my mind. And it's how fast we're getting to things like you just saw, right? So convenience, I've always said convenience and compliance don't hang out in the same places. It's either convenient or it's compliant.
Yeah.
The new convenience of having all this new technology be able to do things for you does open a window, and a pretty big window, for fraud and making something out to be something it really isn't. And just know that that's out there. The deception can run wild out there, and also know that it's moving really stinking fast. And it's kind of a race to see who can take humans out of the equation as much as possible, to save money and be able to get us to the next level. So know that it's there, and we're not saying this to freak you out. Like, that's not our goal in this.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. It's also to make you aware of something that exists. We listen to the Cyberwire podcast, and I was listening to it this morning, and I was like, I can't believe how much exists out there that we just don't know. We're just not paying attention.
It's not part of your daily routine. Therefore, we're not thinking about it. And this is where I'm bringing this up. The FTC rolls out red flags, right? You have red flags rules. Here's what I'm trying to make sure you understand, or now are starting to communicate to your borrowers and your company about. Red flags, these are the new red flags.
Yeah.
You get a phone call from somebody. Here's how I see it happening against you. You get a phone call from somebody and it sounds so good. Hey, I want to refinance my house. Here's my address. What you're doing is you're not talking to a real person, and you're super excited you just got a new loan. And you move forward with all the data. And before you know it, you're implicated in doing some fraud because you've now used fraudulent data, or data that was given to you fraudulently. You've created a loan. I mean, look at red flags. We talk about ghost loans, like ghosting a loan, double funding. I mean, there's all sorts of red flags already. Now they can do it with computer programs. So you have to be aware. This is also why I believe the human loan officer is not going to become extinct. The difference will be verifying the people you're talking to are real people. I mean, this is a big potential issue. Now, on the flip side is when your information is modified as it was in Idaho with a real person. Now just imagine how easy it would be to create the program and do that thousands and thousands and thousands of times. All you have to do is get a couple hundred hits and you've made a lot of money.
Yeah. One really funny thing that we're using, people are using this for, is there's an app my buddy Mark just showed me that will answer your telemarketing calls for you and will talk back to the telemarketers. And they do it in a way that sounds pretty legit. Right. So this is being used in every single area, whether to commit fraud or to combat, deceptive practices. Like, it's everywhere. And so pay attention to it, know that it exists, and have a plan, and also keep your ears open. What we do with training is we keep information in front of our people, right? So one of our biggest frustrations is when a training company goes out there, creates modules for things, never updates them, and you're getting the same old garbage repeated back to you every single year. You can't do that. And if you're receiving that kind of training, you're receiving bad training. It's got to be the latest and the greatest in what's going on right now. And that's our goal, is to make it a safer environment for everybody to work in. So that's why we do what we do. And consider that when you're looking at who's training you, if it's not us.
Be on your toes and pay attention. If you need to still take your continuing education this year, go to the Knowledge Cube. Yep. Our online is Ken and I doing it this way. This is your continuing education. We bring you stories that are up to date and informative. And just pay attention. Like, you've got to be following what's happening here. Yeah. Please be on your guard. Yep. Like, this is coming. It's out there already. Yeah. It's happening. Yeah. And deep fakes is a big problem in our industry that nobody's talking about yet, and we need to.
Yep. And if there ever was a time to start taking our CE, it's this year, because we have an interview with a hacker that's pretty awesome. So
it's for our live class. For our online, that's a separate course. You can take that one.
But if you're coming to see me live, we're bringing out the interview with a hacker, and it's pretty amazing what he shares with us. Yeah. So we're staying informed so that we can inform you.
Look, so now you know. If you have any follow-up questions, need any help, please email info@knowledgecoop.com. Feel free to check out our website. There's no AI interaction. Oh, wait, no, there is.
There is AI.
We just put a bot in there to answer your questions.
So we're the bad guys now.
Oh, that's terrible. All right. If you have any questions, do let us know. info@knowledgecoop.com. Pay attention to these videos. We'll bring you what we find when we find it, and we see that there's impact for you. So with that, have a good one.